Hey y'all, it's the Taj Factor, and I am back, as promised, with a video about how to get over your ex, because that is the $1 million question, right? So I'm here in beautiful San Juan, Puerto Rico for the BWO Mastermind, and honey, let me tell you, okay? Y'all need to come to Puerto Rico, and y'all need to join the BWO while I'm at it, okay? She is an affiliate. I'm gonna put my affiliate link in the description box below. If you decide to join, they'll kick me some coin, but it won't be at an extra charge to you. Now that we're done with my commercial, let's move on. So today, this talk is something that I hope helps a lot of people, because I know that every human on the planet that has ever had an ex struggles with getting over their ex, because when you form that type of bond with someone, it's life altering. It definitely changes who you are as a person. And it can put energy on you that can go on for a very long time if you don't know how to cleanse it and purge it. And it also can make you, it can turn you cold, it can turn you bitter, it can make you a not so great person. So let's talk about how to get over your ex and at the same time become better from the breakup, which sounds crazy. If you just got out of a relationship, I'm sorry. I feel your pain, know that it's gonna be okay. You'll get over it eventually. But in the meantime, here are some tips and some things that you can work on. Y'all know I gotta keep my notes on me. So let's get started. How to get over your ex. The first thing you have to do is reflect on the relationship itself. So we always go straight to, oh, he did this or she did that, and this is why I should have left so-and-so so long ago. And it's like, what was your part in it? Acknowledge your part, acknowledge their part, and then look at the relationship as a whole. Was it mostly good? Was it mostly bad? What was the ugly? And be brutally honest. Just like anything else we talk about on this channel, you have to be brutally honest during this process, or else it's not gonna work. You're gonna have to start from the tippity top, okay? Next thing, what led to the ending of the relationship? So it's not about kind of placing blame or saying, well, he dumped me or she cheated, or, you know, it's not about that. It's about fundamentally, yeah, that person may have cheated, or yeah, that person may have left you, but why? Why? Because there's always a reason. There's always a reason. I'm not excusing cheating. Do not ever think that I condone it. We've all had our transgressions. I've never cheated on somebody, but I won't say that I've never been in a position that I shouldn't have been in. I'll put it that way. I'll keep it 100 with y'all. And I learned, and I paid for that karma, baby. I paid for that karma. So no more of that for me. However, you have to be honest about it. Like, maybe if you worked a lot and your spouse cheated on you, it's because they got lonely and they felt alone and they wanted to feel something for someone, or they wanted someone to feel something for them, so they just decided to go and do what they did. It's always a deeper meaning, and it's not always your fault. Don't get me wrong. It's not always your fault, and it's not, like I said, it's not about placing blame. It's about figuring out the root of it, what led to it, and that's only going to help you in your future relationships. Not to try and mend what's already broken, not for you to say, okay, this is what happened, this is what we need to do. Like, no, it's done. You need to dead it. However, this is a process to get through it. Next thing, did you lose yourself in them? Really look in the mirror and say, am I the person that I was before starting this relationship? Or have I been consumed by this person for the past X number of years, and has my identity become this relationship and this person? Because I've definitely lost myself in relationships, and it's when you realize it and you realize how much you put somebody over you every single day for years, it's very disheartening, it's very painful. And it's something you definitely have to forgive yourself for and work toward forgiving yourself for, because that's going to take some time. But ask yourself that question and really be honest about it. And it's okay. It's okay. But if you can acknowledge the fact that you did get lost in them or in the relationship, you can remember that in your next relationship so that you don't make that same mistake. Next thing, what needs to be forgiven? Like I just said, definitely forgive you. That's a given. Forgive them. But what exactly needs to be forgiven? What things that I do that caused me to be ashamed of the way I conducted myself in this relationship? What things that they do that scarred me, that hurt me, that broke my heart, that I need to forgive them for? Because ultimately, yes, they hurt you, or you hurt them, whatever. Somebody's hurting. Y'all are both probably hurting, and things need to be forgiven because trauma took place. And it's not about placing blame. It's not about saying, oh, he did this to me. It's just about forgiveness, because forgiveness is true liberation. Like, you cannot walk around here blaming your ex and every 5 minutes talking about what they did to you. You have to forgive them. You have to move on. You cannot move on from an ex if you do not forgive them and forgive yourself. You will forever be stuck in that relationship mentally. And I promise you that, because every time you get into a new situation, you're going to be triggered. You will never be free from anything that you do not forgive. Okay? Taj said, I'm quoting this, you will never be free from anything that you do not forgive. Okay? Write that down, baby. Write that down. That's a gem. That's a gem. I'm going to write that one down. Okay. Next thing, closure. Closure. Oh, yeah, forgiveness. All of this, y'all, is going to take time. It's going to take time. It's going to take reminding yourself of all these things. So that's why I really want y'all to, if you feel like you need to take notes, because it's seriously a process that comes with real steps. Closure is a myth. Let's argue. Closure is a myth. If you disagree that closure is a myth, comment down in the description box why. Because I used to believe that, oh, I just need to talk to him one more time. I just need some closure. I just don't understand where it all went wrong. Oh my God, what did I do? What did he do? Where did we lose each other? No, it's over. That's all the closure you need, is the fact that the situation ended. Is the fact that things went wrong in the relationship and it became no longer salvageable. That is all of the closure you need. To me, when I hear people say they need closure, it's like you either want to go over there and do the nasty, or you just want to go over there and make up with that person. You want to basically go over there and do some shit that you should not be doing. So when I hear closure, that's why I automatically think, sis, closure, really? Closure? Okay. That's my opinion on closure. Again, let me know what y'all think about that. So don't you dare try to find closure, because you're not going to find it. You're not going to find closure until you look all this stuff in the face and you heal from it. That's it. Just like everything else. Next thing, cry, scream, break, release. Whatever you got to do is not the other person, you know. Whatever, if it's a pillow, you need to punch the pillow. Don't punch no walls, y'all. That costs. Don't punch no walls. Go to the gym, hit the bag, go run. Whatever you do to release anger, rather that's screaming, rather that's writing an angry, nasty letter to your ex that you are never going to send or let them see. This is a good exercise, actually. To get rid of all your anger, your sadness, whatever, write them a letter. Write them a letter. Make it as long as you want to. Know that you are never going to send it to them. So you can say everything you want to say. If you want to admit some shit that you did that they don't know about, you can do it, because guess what? They're never going to find out, because you're never going to send this letter. So this letter, put in all your anger, your nasty emotions, even your joy, even the things that you're going to miss about them. And this is something that I did after my last relationship. I wrote him a letter that he will never read. And then I wrote him another letter that he will never read. But this is what you do. You can write it down. You can either keep it in a safe space or you can burn it. I recommend burning it, because to me, when I write something on a piece of paper and I burn it, it's like I deaded it. And it feels real. It feels like a real transformation took place. So whatever you feel like you want to do with the letter, besides showing it to other people, it's something solely for you. It's not for your best friend. It's not for your mom. It's damn sure not for your ex. It's for you. It's an exercise to help you process all that emotion, because it has to come out. It has to come out or you will rot from the inside out. Next, perspective. Perspective. Look at it from the sense of, God is redirecting me toward my future wife. God is redirecting me toward my future husband. God is redirecting me toward my dream life and my goals. Because sometimes and oftentimes relationships become a distraction from the things that we're really put on this earth to do. So know that anything that doesn't work out for you, even if it's not a relationship, know that it's just a redirection from God, and just trust that it is for your own good, because I promise you it is. If God got you out of a situation or away from somebody, it is because you needed that. You needed that. And so from that perspective, you can grow, right? You can grow. You can use it as a growth opportunity. That whole relationship taught you what you did want, what you didn't want. Work toward acceptance, ultimately. And this is going to take work. It took me, y'all, I'm ashamed to say it. It took me like 2.5 years to get over my last relationship. That's why I've been single for almost 4, because once you get over the relationship, there's still so much healing, just personal healing that needs to take place outside of the relationship. It's like gaining your identity back if you lost yourself, figuring out who you are as a person, figuring out what you even like about yourself and your life and what you want out of life. And it's just like really recreating yourself, and not as a, oh, I'm about to stun on my ex. I just thought of the song. Y'all know the song. But not out of hate or out of bitterness or out of vengeance, just out of the fact that you want to be a better person, you want to know you better, and you don't want to end up back in that shitty situation. Then, well, you should have done this sooner. But if you haven't done it by now, cut contact off. Do not talk to your ex. I don't care. I don't care. Unless there's a child involved and you need to discuss things with them about the child, or that's the only reason y'all need to have contact. And make that very clear. Say it in words, put it in text, make it crystal. If it is not about the baby, do not reach out to me, please. And you don't have to be nasty about it, but and understand and help them understand that you need that. You need that time to heal, to move past the relationship. And if you don't want to explain that, fine, but at least let them know, hey, this is the boundary. We don't cross these boundaries. And if it's not a baby involved, for God's sakes, leave that person alone. If you have to delete the number, delete the number. Unfollow them on social media. If you got to block them, block them. Get rid of them. You have to purge this person and almost like wipe their existence out of your phone so that you don't find yourself on a late night or on a sad day doing some things that you know you should not be doing. And the more that you expose yourself back to that person, like looking at them, listening to their voice, watching their videos, it's the deeper the hurt gets and the harder it is to let go. So don't do it. It's just setting a trap for yourself. And look at it as just a detox. Like, you have to detox from this. Just like when you eat a bunch of bad food, or when you go on vacation and you do a bunch of drugs, or you drink a lot. You have to go back home and you have to detox, because that is the reset to get you back stabilized. So just like anything else that threw you out of balance, you got to bring the balance back, and that's how you do it. So just, it's going to be hard. It's going to be so hard. You can think about the person all you want. I'm not going to tell you to control your thoughts. If you really work this process, eventually you'll look up and you'll be like, oh, I didn't think about them today. Y'all, I remember that day. I remember that day. It's like, I didn't think about him all day. Like, I really was so proud of myself because I spent years thinking of this man every day of my life. My little soul was hurting, okay? So I know what I'm talking about. And then give yourself time. Don't jump into another relationship trying to fill a gaping hole that the relationship left, because it's not going to fill it, and it's going to be rebound booty. And you know what happened to rebound booty? It never lasts, okay? It never lasts. I can almost promise you that the next relationship you jump into, if it's within, I would say, a 3-month time span of your breakup, it can almost be guaranteed to end very soon. Because what it is you trying to find the hero to rescue your little broken heart, and you just got to stand on your own too, and you got to be stronger than that, okay? While you give yourself time, reflect on the red flags that you ignored so that you don't ignore them anymore. Don't turn cold during this process. Keep your heart open. Pray for God to open your heart. Pray for God to heal your heart and your soul, and to strengthen your mind so that you have the willpower to walk away from the situation and stay away. And then go into your next situation better. Take all of that you gained from reflecting on the relationship, from being in the relationship, all the problems, all the conflicts, all your triggers, and use that to be a better mate in your next relationship. Don't make the same mistakes over and over again with different people. I've dated the same person like 3 times. And I don't mean that as in like the same guy. Different bodies, same human, 3 times. And that's because that's what I was attracting. That's because that was my frequency. And now, honey, that she's leveled up, just know that I'm attracting a whole different caliber of man now. And amazing man. Mind your business. Mind your business. Okay, Taj can date. Okay, she's healed. It's been long enough. Yes. Monitor your patterns. Monitor what type of guys you go for. Monitor what gets you hooked. Because for me, it was physical. It was looks. It was sex. I'm just going to be real. This is a channel for adults. So it was purely physical, because I'm very sensual. And if I see somebody that's just, you know, it just does it for me. But now that I've reached another level in my awareness, in my spiritual journey, in my life, in my frequency, it's not enough anymore. Like, there are pretty faces and fat asses all over the place. That is so easy to find these days. What you have to find is somebody who is a quality human. Somebody who genuinely cares about other people's feelings. Somebody who knows how to be expressive. Make a list of your dream guy or dream girl. Make a list. And then when you go back to thinking about that ex, oh, one other thing I did. I had to put in my notepad all the things that he did to me. And in retrospect, it was kind of like blaming, but I used it as like, I don't know what it would be called, but when I missed him, when I wanted to reach out to him, I had to go look at all the things that he put me through. And I didn't put what I put him through, but I'm just saying this is something that helped me. But I want you to spin it to a positive, right? I want you to spin it to a positive. Don't do what I did. I want you to write down all the things you want, every last detail, because this is also telling God exactly what you want so that there's no confusion in the universe. Write it down. This is what I want. When you miss that ex, look at that list. Are they those things on that list? Probably not. So don't go back. Don't go back. Every time you miss that person, look at that and know, like, this is what God is sending me. This is what God is sending me, so I got to let that go. I got to make space, right? You got to make space for new blessings. If you're holding on to your ex relationship, or you're holding on to your ex physically, if you're still screwing your ex and you're trying to get over them and you're trying to move forward and date other people, you need to stop, because you are not making space for God to bring somebody better suited for you into your life. Throughout this whole process, yes, give yourself time to think, but at the same time, focus on your goals, work toward your goals. I'm not gonna say keep yourself busy, because you don't want to distract yourself from it, but give you something to focus on and to work toward. You should be doing that anyway. And I think soon I'm going to make a video about goal setting. So if that's something that, goal setting and achievement, okay? Because we don't just set goals, baby, we achieve them and we level up. And then we set bigger ones, right? What did Nipsey say? Because I reached out my old ones, now I got a different goal. Yeah. So word to Nipsey, may he rest in power. And do you, boo-boo. Do you, boo-boo. And that's how you get over your ex. Listen, it's hard, but it's not impossible. I've done it 3 times. Hopefully I won't have to do it a 4th. I'm not gonna do it a 4th. This is what I tell my friend. I say, you know what? If this next one don't work out, I ain't got another breakup in me. Because when I'm in a relationship with somebody, y'all, when I do anything, I am all in. Like, every bit of me is just put your whole body in, okay? And so when you break up with someone and you put that much into them, you lose so much of yourself, because you lost so much of yourself in the first place. So now I've learned to be open and to be fully in a situation without losing myself in it. So that if I end up without the situation, I won't be so bad off. I'll know that, you know, I can work the steps. And I also realized, like, it starts to happen magically. Like, people come out of the woodwork, y'all. Like, who are better suited for you. People you never would have spoken to, never would, like, things just shift. They shift so drastically and dramatically when you heal and when you're really ready for another relationship. So know that you got something beautiful to look forward to, and I would not lie to you, okay? I'm glowing. I'm glowing because of me, but I'm also glowing because of other things. So just know that it gets better. The men get better. The women get better. But you got to get better first. You can't be trash and attract treasure. It doesn't work like that. Not that you're trash, because nobody is trash, but you get the gist. So that's all I have, y'all. I hope that this was valuable. I really hope you get over your ex. I pray for your strength. I pray for your healing. I pray for your courage to fight the good fight. Okay? Until next time, my friends, Taj Factor signing out. Peace.